Hello, I'm Flora, and this is my presentation of the Capstone project. Here is a completed instructional design document for the mini course on academic writing report. The target audience for the course is post-secondary students at the Hospitality and Culinary Arts School where I'm currently working. The students often start their academic programs without adequate skills and knowledge of information literacy, which includes writing formal reports. Therefore, this course will provide the students with a fundamental understanding of what a report is, its structure, and its requirements. The design of this document has been an iterative process from applying a range of learning theories and instructional design models such as social constructivist, understanding by design, rapid e-learning, and universal learning design to create engaging digital media artifacts and active learning experience for learners. Talent LMS was chosen as a platform for the online course due to its clean interface and intuitive design. To help fellow instructors and program managers to understand the learning experience from the learner's view, I will walk them through the published course page by page. First of all, right after logging in the course, the learner will see a welcome message with a course overview, including course outcomes, how to get started, class etiquette, 5 simple tips for completing the online course successfully, and the link to the PDF version of the syllabus. All items of the syllabus are also presented in the first section of the course Welcome and Syllabus. This is the course instructor introduction and contact details. The course terminal objective, students will be able to effectively document a report to inform the various audiences about a topic. There are 5 enabling objectives as listed here. These objectives all start with an action verb: explain, identify, describe, cite, and create. Another important element of the syllabus is a grading policy with grades, late policies, and academic honesty policies, as well as instructions for discussions. In terms of course prerequisites, learners must have a high school diploma. The learners are Vietnamese, but their language of instruction is English, as they have to write the reports in English, and their diploma is awarded by an UK awarding body. Therefore, they need elementary proficiency in English. They can review their English skills by clicking on this link and completing 15 questions that roughly assess their skills. They also need basic proficiency in Microsoft Word because they will have to design their sample report in their final assignment. A link to Word tutorials made by Microsoft is shown here to support learners if needed. Hyperlinks are described clearly here. The next page outlines the schedule of 2 modules during the course of 2 weeks. The learning aims of each week, its weekly learning objectives and assessment activities are briefly described here. To make sure the learning objectives are clear, measurable, and time-bound, each course activity is aligned with one learning objective. The formative and summative assessments are also aligned with the weekly objectives. So at the beginning of each module, there is a matrix table demonstrating this alignment so that learners understand the rationale for completing each activity. For example, in Module 1, for the first learning objective, to explain the differences between writing reports and essays, an activity is to watch an instructional animated video about the differences between report and essay. Second, to identify the required sections of an academic report, learners will do 2 activities. Read a short ebook that describes the layered organization of reports, and read a poster that summarizes the report structure. In Module 1's formative assessment, learners will post to the discussion board their response to one question: what makes a good report? This discussion question reflects higher order thinking skills according to Bloom's taxonomy. It is not simply a yes or no question, but it requires deeper thinking skill because students have to synthesize and summarize the readings and videos they have learned. A discussion rubric is provided to make sure that learners provide quality responses. For example, to exceed expectations, they have to identify at least 3 elements of a good report and reply to at least 2 posts. Their responses should contain very few or no errors in clarity, spelling, or punctuation. The summative assessments are due at the end of week 2. Learners will complete a final knowledge check quiz and then participate in another discussion that prepares them for their documentation of their own sample report. By designing a report on a topic of their choice, they can apply their knowledge of what makes a good report, including clear purpose, good structure, professional layout, and correct references. Both peer discussion and final authentic performance-based final assessment not only help engage the students, but also allow them to retain their knowledge and transfer their newly learned skills. Another strategy to engage students is the use of various multimedia artifacts, namely images, interactive ebook, animated video, and screencast videos, and interactive quizzes. These materials are organized in a consistent manner to allow for easy navigation. For example, all text on screen use Arial font with same size. The headings and subheadings are clearly signposted. One thing worth noting is that learners cannot proceed to the next activity without completing the pending one. Therefore, the activities have been carefully sequenced and scaffolded to help learners gradually build on their knowledge before the final assignment. There are 3 images in the Welcome and Syllabus section on the Welcome page, the Instructor page, and the Course Objectives page. This is the opening screencast video of the Module 1, which previews the content of the module to help learners start off on the right foot. This is an animated instructional video on the differences between report and essays. Both videos are closed captioned. The ebook on the layers of report has built-in screen reader. The following posters capture the structure of report and formatting best practices visually and concisely. The review lesson is created with Adobe Captivate that includes interactive click boxes and drag and drop activities. In the Module 2, there is another screencast video that instructs step-by-step how to format a sample report in Microsoft Word. Finally, this course was evaluated using Quality Matters rubric, and it got 89 points out of 100 possible points. The improvements that could be made next time would be the adding of information on how the data and privacy of users are protected, as well as explicit instructions or link to the institution's student services and resources that can help learners succeed. That brings us to the end of the presentation of the Capstone project. Thank you for watching.